Actress Francia Raisa literally gave singer Selena Gomez a second chance at life.
She donated her the kidney.
A gift beyond measure. So, how did the woman who saved her end up watching Selena's wedding weekend unfold on Instagram, just like the rest of us? Why wasn't she invited to the wedding? Seriously, how does that even happen? Stay tuned, because the real reason Francia never got that wedding invite is far messier and far more human than you think. The ultimate gift. Let's rewind to 2017. Selena's lupus wasn't a mild condition. It was destroying her kidneys. Dialysis loomed like a death sentence. Then came Francia Raisa, her best friend for nearly a decade, who volunteered to get tested, matched instantly, and within months went under the knife. This wasn't just friendship. It was a miracle wrapped in loyalty. Francia told reporters, "I didn't think twice. She would have done it for me." Selena, fighting back tears on Ellen, said, "I can never repay her." For a while, it was the rarest of Hollywood stories, a real fairy tale about selfless love and survival. The world called them sisters, bound by something deeper than fame, by flesh, blood, and gratitude. But in Hollywood, even the strongest bonds crack under pressure. Cracks in the fairy tale. Fast forward to 2022, Selena releases her soul-bearing documentary. During a Rolling Stone interview, she says, "I never fit in with anyone except Taylor Swift. She's my only industry friend." The internet explodes. One burning question floods timelines. What about Francia? Then, under a repost of the quote, Francia drops a single word. Interesting. And deletes it minutes later. Too late. Screenshots spread faster than wildfire. Selena claps back. "Sorry I didn't mention every person I know." Fans lose their minds. Francia, the kidney donor, suddenly becomes the symbol of the unappreciated friend. The digital whisper turned into a thunderstorm, and everyone started choosing sides. For many, this wasn't celebrity drama. It was betrayal. How could the woman who gave her life be reduced to a footnote? The fairy tale was officially cracked. The smoking story. Months later, tabloids caught Selena outside a club, holding what looked suspiciously like a cigarette. The headline wrote itself: Selena Gomez partying after kidney transplant. Francia stayed silent, dignified, but fans flooded her inbox with outrage. "Are you okay watching her ruin what you gave?" Online, the judgment was merciless. Eventually, Francia spoke out on a podcast. Her words were calm but razor sharp. "Nobody forced me. I don't police her choices." Translation: she's hurt, but she's not weaponizing her sacrifice. It was pure class, quiet strength in a sea of noise. Meanwhile, Selena said nothing, letting the storm rage on. This moment reignited the moral debate. If someone gives you an organ, do you owe them a lifetime of perfection? Or the freedom to live, flaws and all?
The wedding weekend. Then came October 2025, the wedding of the year. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco tied the knot at a lush, sun-soaked estate in Los Angeles. Fairy lights draped from towering oaks, the scent of white roses filled the air, and a string quartet played "Love You Like a Love Song" as the bride walked down the aisle. Every table shimmered with celebrity. Taylor Swift laughing with Ed Sheeran, the Hiltons clinking champagne glasses, cameras flashing from a respectful distance. It was the kind of night that felt like a movie. Until people noticed who wasn't there. Francia Raisa, the friend, the donor, the woman whose kidney quite literally saved Selena's life. Her name? Missing. Completely. While Selena's I do's trended across social media, Francia posted peaceful selfies from San Diego. By the ocean, soft light, calm eyes. Her caption read simply, "Doing me." And when a follower asked, "Were you even invited?" she replied with a single shrug emoji. No drama, no shade, just silence that somehow said more than words ever could. The optics were brutal. The woman who saved the bride's life not even on the guest list. The fairy tale sisterhood that once inspired millions now looked like a ghost story, haunting, unfinished, and painfully human. The real reason. So why the snub? What really happened behind the scenes? Insiders whisper it wasn't one fight. It was a slow unraveling, years in the making. After the transplant, both women were carrying impossible emotional weight. Francia had given something you can never take back, a literal piece of herself. She went through surgery, recovery, scars, and the emotional toll of knowing her body now lived in someone else. For her, it wasn't about fame or recognition. It was about love, loyalty, and an unspoken promise that this bond would last forever. Selena, on the other hand, carried something equally heavy: guilt. The kind that gnaws at you quietly, especially when millions watch your every move. How do you repay a gift like that? How do you live freely when someone gave up a part of themselves for you? Those questions don't fade. They fester. And over time, that cocktail of gratitude and guilt hardened into distance. Not because of anger, but because closeness hurt too much. Sometimes, love gets suffocated under the weight of what it's been through. By the time the wedding rolled around, that distance had grown into a canyon. Inviting Francia might have meant revisiting a story Selena wasn't ready to reopen. A wound that never quite healed. On what should have been the happiest day of her life, she may have chosen peace over pain. Not out of cruelty, but out of exhaustion. Was it cold? Maybe. But for someone dissected daily by the media, sometimes peace isn't a luxury. It's survival.
Is it really that simple? Of course not. No human story ever is. Francia has said it herself. Saving a life doesn't come with strings. And she means it. But people are messy. Emotions don't follow rules. A gift that big, it changes both sides forever. Fans, of course, made it bigger. They turned the kidney into a symbol of eternal friendship. Kidney equals loyalty for life. But life doesn't honor equations like that. Friendships fade for far smaller reasons. Missed calls, misread texts, growing apart. Add in organ donation, fame, trauma, paparazzi, and public expectations, and you have a recipe for heartbreak.
Conclusion. In the end, the real reason Francia wasn't at the wedding wasn't betrayal. It was humanity. A mosaic of guilt, distance, pride, and silence. Maybe Selena feared awkwardness. Maybe Francia preferred peace. Or maybe both quietly accepted that some bonds, no matter how sacred, can't survive fame, time, and the weight of public expectation. Because donating a kidney doesn't guarantee you a seat at the wedding, just a permanent place in someone's story. A story that began with love and ended in silence.